Hi guys, so today's grammar lesson was about combining sentences. We're going to talk about complex sentences. Okay, now we've taken compound sentences before, which are sentences that we join with the conjunction and, but, or, and we put a comma before our conjunction, and we combine two complete sentences. Today we're talking about a complex sentence. Complex sentence also has two complete sentences, and we've joined them together. So they're two related ideas, and they're joined by a conjunction, but not and, but, or. A different conjunction other than and, but, or. And we can combine these two sentences to form a complex sentence. Okay, let's take a look at the two examples in the box. Joe is busy. He has a job. Two sentences we're going to combine using the conjunction because. Joe is busy because he has a job. Notice that there is no comma inserted. Joe starts work, the sun rises. Joe starts work when the sun rises. Again, we're using the conjunction when, no comma is used in our sentence. Now, these are some examples of conjunctions, the combining words, some of the most common ones that we use. When, before, after, while, as, because, since, until, as if, as though, where, wherever, although, if, though, and unless. Okay? These are some examples of the conjunctions that you'll be using. Now, we're going to look at these sentences together. Our first example says Joe works before he goes to school. Now, it could be before he goes to school, it could be after he goes to school, it could be while he goes to school. Okay? Joe works no comma before he goes to school. Joe works every day unless he is sick. Okay? No comma unless inserted in our sentence. This is now a complex sentence. Joe washes Mr. Ma's car when it gets dirty. We could say Joe washes Mr. Ma's car after it gets dirty. Joe washes Mr. Ma's car every whenever it gets dirty. Okay, again, no comma. He cannot deliver papers until he gets a bicycle. He cannot deliver papers before he gets a bicycle. He cannot deliver papers unless he gets a bicycle. Again, we insert the conjunction, no comma. Joe is happy because a neighbor hired him. Again, when we insert the conjunction because, we do not add a comma in our sentence. He feeds the cat while the leaves are gone. He feeds the cat because the leaves are gone. He feeds the cat after the leaves are gone. Okay? Again, we insert the conjunction, no comma. Now, my suggestion is that for the students who are not in class today, that you go to page 439, answer the questions number 6 to 15, pause this video, and then once you finish, come back and check your answers. Okay? It's a good way to understand whether or not the lesson makes sense to you. Okay? So pause the video, do 6 to 15 on page 439 in your language arts textbook, and then come back and check your answers. All right, now on page 439, you can tell my book was bent and I could not get the page to lay straight for the photo. And no matter how I pulled it, you could still see it. So sorry about that. All right, number 6. Remember, these are possible answers. There can be more than one answer. but this is to help give you an idea of how to combine. Joe would mow the lawn if it weren't raining. Again, we add if, we do not add any commas in our sentence. Joe does the weeding, although it is boring. Joe waters gardens while people are on vacation. Joe walks dogs before he goes to school. Joe will go wherever he finds a job. Okay? Remember, these are possible answers. Other conjunctions can also work in our sentences. Let's look at 11 to 15. Joe is happy because he has enough money for a bicycle. Notice that when we combine, the first letter of our second sentence is lowercase, because now it is not the first letter of the second sentence, it's the middle of our sentence. Joe wanted a red bicycle until he saw the blue one. Dad bought a bike after Joe got his. Joe and Dad go riding when they have time. Joe rides as though he will never stop. Okay? So we use a conjunction that makes sense in our sentence. We do not add a comma. We are forming what we call complex sentences. Okay, now let's go to the practice book. Today's practice book page is 91. Again, my suggestion, pause the video, complete page 91, come back to the video to make sure that you understand the lesson. All right, let's go over these answers together. Okay, first it says underline the conjunction that connects. Kelly will study hard tonight since she has a test tomorrow. Since is our conjunction. She writes notes on cards because it helps her remember. Because is our conjunction. Kelly tries to recall the information before she looks at the cards. Before. This method usually works unless she writes the wrong notes. Unless. She does not take her books wherever she goes. Wherever. Okay. Let's take a look at the number 6 to 10 at the bottom. Again, answers can vary. There may be other conjunctions that will work as well. Kelly turns off the radio while she is studying. See how while is inserted in our sentence? The second sentence now begins with the lowercase letter because it is now the middle of our sentence. You can choose to study hard. You want good grades. You can choose to study hard if you want good grades. We've added if. We made you lowercase, no comma in our complex sentence. School is fun. Our teacher makes it interesting. School is fun because our teacher makes it interesting. We added the conjunction because. We made the O from our second sentence lowercase. There is no comma in our sentence. I will not do well unless I choose to study. We added unless. The I here is still capital because I is always capital whenever it's alone. I will not do well unless I choose to study. I must study hard. The test is given. I must study hard before the test is given. Okay, again, we added the conjunction before. We made the from the second sentence lowercase, and there are no commas. Okay, easy lesson. I think that most of you will have no trouble understanding. If you do, you're welcome to send me any message you want to ask any questions. Okay, have a great vacation, and I'll see you when we come back. Bye-bye.